great day, parents and scholars. We're continuing on through our journey of place value, and we're concentrating on addition and subtraction with decomposing or renaming of units. Okay, so first of all, we have up here, we have 956,204 minus 780,169. Okay, and we're going to subtract those. The very first thing I always tell scholars to make sure is in each column, starting with the ones unit, that the digit on top must be bigger than the digit on bottom in order to subtract. If it is not, we know we need to go over to the left and we need to decompose. That means break that down. We're borrowing one, okay? And then we're going to compose or rename the other number with what we just borrowed, okay? So let me walk you through it, okay? 4 minus 9. Is the digit on top bigger than the digit on bottom? No, it is not. So we know we need to go over to the tens place to decompose, but guess what? Nothing there. So then we have to go over to the hundreds place, and it's 2 there. So we're going to borrow one of these hundreds. Instead of it being 200, now it's 100 there. Now we're going to decompose or break down that 100 into 10 tens. Okay? So now we have 10. Now we have enough here where we can borrow from, where we can decompose. So now the 10 becomes a 9. The one we just borrowed, that 10 we just borrowed, we're going to break it down and we're going to compose. Now that number's a 14. It goes right in front of the number. So 14 minus 9, you're going to put 9 in your head and you're going to count up to 14. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That gives me 5. Okay, now we have 9 minus 6 is a digit on top larger. Yes, it is. So 9 minus 6 is 3. 1 minus 1 is the same. So we have a 0. 6 minus 0, 6. 5 is not bigger than 8. So be careful. That's why each unit, you have to ask yourself, is the digit on top bigger than the digit on bottom? If not, you're going to have to decompose. Because here we started off decomposing, and then we kind of was in a lull because we were just able to subtract. But remember, in every unit, ask yourself that same thing. Is 5 larger than 8? It is not. So we're going to decompose this 9. It becomes an 8. And now this 5, 10,000 is now 15 10,000. So 15 minus 8, we put 8 in our head and we count up 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 7. And 8 minus 7 is 1. And I always put my comma. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. Remember, the comma always lives between the hundreds and thousands place. So my answer, or the difference, is 176,035. But I'm not finished. Scholars should not be finished. This is a must do, not can do, may do. This is a must do. They must check their subtraction by adding. Okay? And we're always using the add-in that's right beside the subtraction sign. Okay, that will be the one on top, and then you of course have your difference, which is your answer that you're going to add together. So let me rewrite it here. I'm going to do another color. And then we have, and I'm going to subtract it. Okay, excuse me for adding this. Okay, and when we add this up, if we get the number that we started with on top, if we get that 956,204, then we know that we're correct. If we add this up and we do not get that, it lets us know it's a mistake. Go back and fix it. It don't mean just leave it there. Go back and fix it, or it'll be counted wrong, okay? So 9 minus 5, that is 14, so I'm going to put my 4 here. Put my plus 1 over here. 7 plus 3, we've been working on making 10, and that is a 10, plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, good job. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 7 is 15. 7 plus 2 is 9. So I have 956,204, and that's what we started with on the very top. So that's how I know that I'm correct. Okay? So make sure that our scholars are checking with each unit that the digit on top is indeed bigger than the digit underneath. Okay? Now we're going to a word problem here. And read, draw, write. We've been working with it, and we're closely coming to the realization that we have to show our work. We have to draw it out. We have to label it out. And we also have to read the last sentence to make sure that you answer what they were asking you to do. And then we're going to write our constructive response, okay, with the answer included. So it says, a construction company is building a brick school. 100,000 bricks were delivered. The company uses 15,631 bricks during the first day. How many bricks are left? So the first thing we have to do, we have to draw out, map out what we're going to do. We're going to identify a variable, which is the unknown, what we're looking for, okay? So let's read it again. A construction company is building a brick school. 100,000 bricks were delivered, okay. The company uses 15,631 bricks during the first day. How many bricks are left, okay? So I'm going to start with the construction company has 100,000 bricks delivered, okay? So that is what? That is the total number of bricks, okay? So I'm going to put that over here. This is our total, 100,000, okay? And the next sentence says the company uses 15,631 bricks during the first day. So we're going to put first, and we have, it was 15,631. And how many bricks are left? So I'm going to put L, and I'm going to put a variable because we don't know how much was left. That's our task, is to find out how many is left. This is what I'm expecting to see on paper. We've been doing the challenge, and we've been talking about read, draw, write. We've been working together, and today it was enforced. So when they had their math challenge, if they did not do the draw, which is label your part, identify the unknown where your variable is, they did not, even if they got the answer right, they did not get the super panda. If they did not write the constructive response, that means they're answering the question, how many bricks are left, and they didn't answer the question, they did not get it. This is something that we have to get, and it's very important that they're doing the step, because as I said before, in third grade is one and done. You do multiplication and that's your answer, or you add something, that's your answer, subtract. But in fourth grade it's different. We're doing multi-step, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 steps before we get to our answer. So that's why we have to identify what we need, what we're looking for, so we have our plan of action going forward. Some just jump in and start adding or subtracting, and they never go back and to that last sentence, the question, did I answer what they wanted me to give them, okay? So we have it labeled out. Now we're going to do some work. So we know our total is 100, okay, 100,000. So we know already we're not going to add. And the reason we're not going to add is because they gave us the total. That's it. Whatever you do here, it cannot be over 100,000. Okay, so we know we're not going to add 15,631 to it, because it'll be a bigger number, right? Bigger than the total. So we're going to take the total amount that they gave us, bricks that they were given, which is 100,000. So let me write that. Notice I have my place value, and I told them it's okay if they're working out a problem like read, draw, write with this. But I want lines. I want identified units. This is the ones, this is the tens, the hundreds, rather than just writing it with no lines. We have to have at least the lines, okay? If not the place value at the top, at least the lines, okay? So we have 100,000, and then they use 15,631. Oh, and that's 5 digits. So I'm not going to start my 1 over here, right? Because it didn't say 100, and it says 15,000. So that's 5 digits, so I know we're talking about 10,000s here. I'm going to subtract. Because we started with 100,000, we used 15,631 or whatever's left. Once we subtract the difference, that will be our unknown, our A. Okay? So, again, is 0 bigger than that 1? No, it's not. So, look, I have to go all the way over here, all the way over here. And this 1 is going to come as 0. We just borrowed 1 from it. So, what we just borrowed goes back. You ask for it, and then they give it to you. Okay? Now we can borrow for this. It becomes a 9. We ask for it, and they give it to us. Okay, now it continues. We ask for it first. That means you borrow first, you decompose first, and then you give it to them. You decompose first, and then give it to them. And finally, one last time, we decompose and give it to them. Okay, so now we have 10 minus 1, and that's 9. 9 minus 3, 6. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 5, 4. 9 minus 1, 8. So we have 84,369. Okay, now before I put it over here for my unknown, I want to check to make sure I'm correct. Anytime you subtract, and that's the only thing you have to do, check it to make sure you're right. So basically, when this is done, you should already know I already got that right because I checked and I got the same as my top number, the 100,000s back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to check it by adding. And I'm going to put it here just because I'm running out of room to rewrite it. Okay, so I'm looking at the add in where the subtraction sign is, and then the difference, okay, which is the answer to a subtraction problem. And we're going to add them, and if we end up with the top number, which is 100,000, we know we're correct. 9 plus 1 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. And 1. So we have 100,000. So that lets us know that 84,369 is our unknown. So I'm going to put it right over here. Make sure you leave your variable. Do not erase it because I need to identify that you know what you're looking for. And we're done. And it says there are how many bricks left? There are 84,369 bricks left. Okay? So, especially on homework 9 and 10, I want to see. I want to know that you read it, that you labeled it, and if it's subtraction, by chance, all of them not. And then you're going to find your answer, and you're going to write your constructive response. Okay? Good luck. See you tomorrow.